let's go back and play with some other things. Okay, so I'm going to go back. Let's go back to create stuff. And so we've gotten a key. We've played with that. Let's go through actually the get photos, because this gets a little bit trickier on how to use some of these features in Facebook. So I'm going to go add this Facebook block on again. And okay, Dream Preview, don't worry about that. And I still have my key here, so great. So if I want to get, let's see, get user information, you'll see that Facebook wants to have a user ID. And we give you an example one, it's probably Popfly's. But let's say I want to get my user information. So I'm going to jump over to this tab here where I've logged into Popfly. And if you go to anybody's profile page, if they're a friend or whatever, you'll see up in the address bar, there's an ID equals, and you get some number. That's your unique number in Facebook. So I'm going to highlight that, copy it. I like using my keyboard shortcuts, so just believe me that I said I did that. And I'm going to paste that into here. And if I zoom back out, actually, I should be able to see my user data. Okay, so there we go. You get my name, city, state, and my little picture right there. Pretty cool. And let's see. Next thing I want to do is, let's say I want to get my photo albums. So if I enter my user ID there, I'll get a list of any photo albums that I've created in Facebook. In this case, I've got one, and it's random wedding photos. So this is where we get into some of the little bit more complex things here. For Facebook, you can get photos, and you'll see that it expects to have a photo ID, an album ID, or a subject ID. And subject ID, that would be photos tagged with a particular user ID. Unfortunately, it's hard to find these IDs in Facebook. It's a little deceiving. I thought at first, and it might have used to work this way, that you could actually get this in the URL too whenever you looked at an album, but that AID that you see isn't going to return the album. So this is the best way I found to get an album ID. Actually, I need to zoom back in here. I'm going to do get photo albums. That's my user ID. Should still be, yeah, 8188, etc. And that'll get a list of my albums, but then if I want to actually see the pictures, I'm going to drag on another Facebook block and connect that to there. So first Facebook block is getting all my photo albums. Second Facebook block, let's get photos, and it's going to get, for each of those album IDs it's found, it's going to return all the pictures. So I'll preview this and you can see it and believe it. See what we get here. Cool. Okay, so I get all the pictures that were in that one album. So this is, I'm going to show the console here. This is the only way I can find to get the album ID, is actually doing that two-step Facebook block connection process, and then you'll actually see this album ID. There might be a better way, in which case, send me a message either at the Popfly forum or something like that, and we'll really try on fixing up the Facebook block so it's a little bit easier to do things like this, because I mean really it should be easy, and this is a little convoluted. So this is how you can get your albums, at least. So I'm going to, actually let's do something cool with this, otherwise it's not that interesting unless I put them in a neat little display here. Let's do them in, put them in photo tiles, how about? And I'll connect this up here, and let's take a look, see if there's anything. Title, okay, I'm going to change this. Suzanne's wedding photos. And this should be pretty good. I'm going to trust everything just matched up fine. Let's take a preview of it. Don't really need to see my console anymore. So that's one of the new cool things in this release is you can actually change some of the properties for these. Okay, cool. So this worked well. I get pictures. They're looking a little fuzzy. That's too bad. But I see those. All right. So let's save this. And my cool wedding photos.